like I said, we're gonna start talking about the first games that we ever played, what got us into gaming, and I'll go first. The first video game I ever played was Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo NES. I played what are the names of the other games? I played Double Dragon. Double Dragon, that was a good game. I think it's Double Dragon 2. I also had one of those game consoles. You guys can tell me what the name of it is. It's that game console that that comes with 5,000 games supposedly, but it's just different variations of the same games, and some of them are like levels that were never actually put out. Duck Hunt, that was the name of the game, right? You're right. And then after that, I didn't have my next console until the PlayStation 1. That was when I was still living in Mexico. My dad was working here in the US, and he sent us a PlayStation 1, and it came with 3 games. I think I had FIFA, the FIFA World Cup. I think it was 2002. And then we also had Driver, the very first Driver that came out. There it is. The King of Fighter 97. King of Fighter 97, FIFA 2002. And then what was the other one I said? Driver. And the first mission on Driver was crazy. It was so hard to get through because we didn't speak English. So like you got a list of things you're supposed to do, and we didn't know what to do, man. It was tragic. I remember we spent like 6 months on the same level because we couldn't get the game started, bro. It was tragic. We also didn't have a memory card for it. We didn't have a memory card for our PlayStation, so we could never save our progress. So anytime we jumped on to play, it was just playing the first level. Fast forward to when we got here, my dad hooked us up with the Xbox, and that's really when my gaming career started. We had the first game I had for the Xbox was it was when EA Sports was really making good basketball games. I think it was I don't know if it was EA Sports actually. It was NBA Drive, the name of the game. Then we had MVP Baseball 2005 with Manny Ramirez on the cover. What else? Man, this is bringing back so many memories. We played a lot of Desert Storm style games, things like that. And then I had a buddy who had just gotten one of the new Game Boys that came out, and then he was kind enough to give me his old one. So I played Pokemon Ruby on that game, on that console. And dude, it was lit. I loved it. It was so good. And my next console after that was the PlayStation 3. And that was when I was a senior. No, not a senior in high school. That's when I was a sophomore in high school, because I started working during the summer and I bought myself the PS3. And it's been love ever since. PS3 is when I played the first Modern Warfare game that came out. So that was a good vibe. I never played Crash Bandicoot, Sean. I never played Zelda, James. Till this day, I've never played Zelda or Crash Bandicoot. Clutchy's in the chat. Get in here, brother. We're talking old school games, man. You want a PS4? I'll buy you a PS4. I'll buy me a PS5 and then you get the PS4. I remember playing all those arcade games. I remember going to the arcade and they had that like the Just Dance game. What's it called? The one with like the square and the arrows. Is that what it's called? They had that shit, and we'd be people styling on there. This is how you know we're older, because I didn't go with my aunt and my cousins and my brother that one time that they went to New Arcade and they had that game, and they get home and they're trying to explain to me the game, and my aunt's like, "Oh, we're gonna train, so you got to get really good at it." So we're in our patio, and she busts out with the chalk, And with the chalk, she drew out the layout of the machine, and she did the arrows and everything. And we're like, all right, this turn. Let's do it. And then we get to the arcade, and I see all the people. See, I didn't come out of my shell until like sophomore year of high school. So like, I'm me being like maybe like a 10-year-old. I see all these people styling on there, and I was like, negative. I'm not hopping on that. I'm like, I don't know who is, but you got me fucked up. I'm not doing that. Like, no, not I. Not I. Josh, what up, bro? We're talking about games that we used to play as kids. All the console game or all the consoles that everyone's had. If you want to chime in, for sure, go for it. Also on the Xbox, yeah, on the Xbox, we bought NASCAR. We had we pretty much owned every NASCAR game from like 2004 all the way to like 2010, and that was for my dad. We used to play with my dad, the NASCAR game, and my brother would always rage, and my dad was the one that got into it, so we kept on going, and my dad would get his he would do a career, customize his driver. We also played a PGA Tour, the Tiger Woods one. I can't remember which one it was, but there was one specifically that was whenever you would win a tourney, it would say your name and then congratulations. So my dad put his name as Mamon. Oh, por Mamon. So whenever he'd beat us, his name would pop up and it would say por Mamon, congratulations.